Okay, this is one of my favorite things to do with the 10 horses in the singing horse herd here at the ranch, and that is to simply observe. I find their energetic and physical communication so interesting. So did you see what happened there? Montaro was greeting the bay horse across the fence, the neighbor's horse, and then Juno came forward to greet, and Montaro did not let him. He drove him away. So why? Here he goes again. He's moving him even further away. And there goes Kaliah. Zeta, who's normally really interested in these two neighbor horses, is just eating away without even looking at them. In fact, Zeta and Posa, who's at the far right with the star, the red horse with the star on her head, these two girls are usually the most interested and excited about the neighbor's horses. So I have no idea why today at this time they are not going anywhere near them. Why is Montaro driving Juno away? So now we got Big Mama Odalina deciding to go over. And what's going to happen with that? This is being filmed on the ranch cameras that were set up so that Ginny Jablonski can do private sessions and also group retreats with the herd. So this also gives you an idea of if you ever book one of those sessions, this is what you'll be seeing on your Zoom screen during your session. So we're having some sniffing. It's all quite calm. And notice how the greetings are being done by the bay horse. The gray gruya colored horse is not really coming forward at all. And Sione moving closer. Big Mom is just like standing there, like holding space. What you doing, Mama? And she keeps looking over at her herd. And feel free to watch this whole video with the audio turned off because I'm just giving you my feedback, my interpretation, my thoughts. But if you watch it on your own, you may have some very different ideas to me and, great. The black shapes in the background are cows, just in case anybody didn't know that. And yes, that is a barbed wire fence. And the reason we have barbed wire is because of the cows. Cows will go through anything except barbed wire. Okay, now what's happening? And Big Mama is just staying in exactly the same position. Her head is in the same position, like for so long. And by the way, these neighbors' horses, they asked me continually for like a year if I would open up a gate and let them in to be with this herd on this land. And of course I had to just keep telling them, no, it's not. Their owners would not be happy with that. And these two horses are domestic horses. They are both trained to be ridden and the owner rides them. So very different horse. Now watch Kaliah and Cobra. because Kaliah's moving. Oh, I think. Interesting. Kaliah and Cobra's turn next, I guess. I think I know what's happening with Kaliah, but let's wait a bit. Let's get a bit closer so that you can see it too. You see that tail raising and the spread legs? So if she'd just done that once, she would probably be peeing. But the fact that she's done it 3 times just in the last, 20 seconds means that she is in heat. And here comes her daughter Zeta. Oh, Cobra. Cobra's not happy. Look how Zeta's bigger than her mom now. Cobra moving Zeta away. Oh, driving back the bay. Look at Zeta and her mama. So cute together. Oh, Cobra. Cobra is really not happy. What's going on, Cobra Bear? But look at the bay horse. Look at how he holds himself. He's got a fair degree of personal power because he's not showing any signs of fear, not with Cobra, not with Montaro. He's just pretty matter of fact, stands his ground. He's not pushing into anybody. He's not trying to make things happen, but he's pretty clear in his intention and his desire. And there's Montaro in the bottom right. So we have a whole dialogue happening here. And I don't see any aggression from the bay towards any of the singing horse herd, but Cobra's definitely not too happy with what's happening. Oh, there he just moved Kaliah. And because Cobra turned away, Posa has an opportunity to come in. But the bay's not too interested in Posa. She doesn't have anything to hold his attention right now. There's a little hello. And she's moving off. Oh, here comes Kaliah. Oh, there we go. There she's squirting. Yeah, okay. All right. So all of a sudden, we know exactly what's happening. What's happening is that Kaliah is in heat, very strongly in heat, and she is very drawn to this handsome bay horse with the black mane and tail. But Cobra is not happy about that at all. Cobra is considering Kaliah his mare. And to be fair, they have been together pretty much, off and on since Kaliah arrived. The other horse I've seen Kaliah with a lot is Zora. And just checking out where is the other horses at while this is going on. So none of the other males are getting involved with what Cobra's doing, which is interesting. And it looks like they may be moving away. Yeah, there we go. So those, there's kind of a chute at the back there, and it leads out to those fields past that wooden fence, that line of wooden fencing you see. There you see Odie. She's heading down, and then it's like an alleyway. It's a passageway that leads to the grass fields that are further out. And this structure you're looking at is an 80 by 200 foot pole barn. So often when the horses do sessions or the retreats, they gather in here to do the focused work with people. Yep, they're all heading out to the fields to get better forage. This next section is really interesting because look where the bay horse is looking. It's almost like he's like purposely not putting his attention on Kaliah because he knows that Cobra doesn't want that, and Cobra's being quite demonstrably possessive. Kaliah is facing away from the bay, but her energy is like, I ain't going nowhere. And then Cobra just is holding his line, but you can tell he would like Kaliah to listen to him, but he's also not going to bully her. He's not going to push her. He's not going to force her. He's probably going to give her some suggestions, but he's not being, bossy boots or pushy but his energy, like, he's just really strong. You can really see he's just not having it. He's just like, nope, nope. And Kaliah's like, yes, yes. And the bay is, I'm here, not going anywhere. And his little gray partner there is like, I'm just the wingman. I'm just gonna chill here for as long as I need to. He's like, he's not in the game, but yet he's supporting the bay. This bay horse really knows how to hold his energy. Just that calm, it is energy. Cobra's doing his best, but nobody's giving way to him. But yet, what's interesting, because Kaliah is a very strong horse, and I have, when she's not in heat, I've seen her move Cobra. So she's not being bossy or dominant either. as you watch Cobra's interaction with the Bay, pay attention to the angles of their bodies, the angles of their heads, the timing. So you see the Bay move towards Cobra, but he swung his head, but he didn't give. And the Bay's doing the same thing, right? So and there we see the first movement from the Bay to break the standoff. His gray partner is still in the same position, just like, I'm here, I'm your wingman, just waiting for this to be over. So the Bay has changed. Cobra's not changed his energy. And Kaliah hasn't changed her energy. The Bay has changed the conversation. Is he giving it a breather? Is he, trying to come at it from a different angle? I don't think anything's going to work. Maybe he's trying to just wear Cobra down, but there's his backup moving into place. So look at the angle that his gray partner there keeps taking with him. And the angle of the gray towards Kaliah and Cobra. All right, they're finally going to get their little chance. But look, Kaliah's really asking for him, and he's making her wait. There we go. There's the little touch, and he's back eating again. So again, showing that he's not desperate. He has a lot of personal power. And then Cobra moving back in again. So at this point, can you guess what's going to happen? Who is going to eventually give way and give up on this conversation and move somewhere? So you see that? If the Bay had less personal power than Cobra, when Cobra went up to his side like that, the Bay would have jumped. But he didn't. He just held his ground. So this is almost like a conversation in tenacity. I've seen with there you gave him a little nip there, but very gentle. The Bay didn't even react. I've seen with male horses, they often like to sniff down around the flank towards the sheath. But see how Cobra keeps maneuvering himself between Kaliah and the Bay. He's not pushing, he's not there, she's squirting. More of her, I'm in heat, I'm sexy, come and get some of this. Cobra's like, not a chance. Ooh, little nip to say, hey, back away. It's like, and he's blocking both the sight and the smell of Kaliah's spritzing from the Bay. It's also fascinating how long this conversation is going on for. The tenacity of all three players is really something to behold. I mean, imagine if we brought this same persistence and tenacity, but with this same non-charged, this must be energy to our desires, to what we want financially. What if we brought this same persistent, calm, this must be energy to what we want for our creative expression, for the way we want our daily life to look? If you have difficult people in your life, maybe you've got teenagers who are making your life hell. Imagine if you switch to this kind of energy. And this is what the horses teach in the activating your fierce feminine for boundary setting, protection, leadership. This is what they teach. They teach how do you hold this persistent, calm, healthy, this must be, or it just is energy. So then you're like, oh, is Kaliah finally? No, she's not. Is she finally given up? No, she's not. Now this is interesting because Cobra knew what she was doing, but he didn't leap in her way. He didn't leap to cut her off, but watch him now. Well, there she squirty squirt. And now he's coming in. Holding his ground with the bay, saying absolutely not. And he's cutting her away from him. But again, no violence, no drama, but very strong, very calm. At this point, I'm wondering where the rest of the herd is. So let's play with the cameras. I've got two cameras set up at the ranch for the private sessions and the group wisdom retreats. And we can toggle back and forth between the two of them and find the other horses. So from this camera, we're looking straight at Kaliah, where you can see the white dot is Cobra. Now we're swinging to the right. There we go. There's the rest of the horses. They are quite a distance away. They have moved very far away. And back here, Kaliah and Cobra have not moved. They're still in exactly the same spot. Aw, look at this, so cute. He's still completely blocking her access, but the bay is still holding hope. She's still holding hope. Look at the bay. Oh, this is in real time, just so you can see a little bit of there. Oh. That felt very tender to me. It's almost like he's saying, I'm not blocking you because I'm trying to boss you and control you. It's just because I love you so much. I love you. You're my girl. I don't want anybody else to have you. But she's also like, yeah, I get it. Aw. Lots of love and affection between these two. And she has chosen to now move away. Look at the bay. I wonder if he's getting close to giving up. His gray partner there is sure ready to go. Let's speed things up again here. Now this is interesting because this is the first time we've seen Cobra go ahead of Kaliah and invite her to follow. Up until this point, he's been completely involved with blocking her, turning her, driving her, moving her from behind. And now look at the confidence in Cobra. Cobra's energy and body language is showing us that this is over. He's moving on. And yep, the herd is still way the hay over there. You can see Kaliah right to the right of that big tree. And where's Cobra going? Oh, there he is. He is actually leaving Kaliyah's field entirely, heading towards the herd. And notice my little sheepies. Oh my goodness. It's Mama Sage in front, leading her tribe of 8. You're just so darn cute. And the pure white one at the end there, his name is Liberace. He's her son. My dad named him. Kaliah is there. She's moved behind the trees. You can see the neighbor's horses are still there just behind the pole barn. You can see the gray's tail flicking. But Kaliah, although she's alone, has not moved over to them. She stayed far away. Looks like the gray says, we're done. They're now finally going to be leaving the area. There you go. Kaliah's watching them go. They've moved quite far away. And where's Cobra? There he is. He's making his way. Oh, and Zeta. Zeta's there too, just to the left of him. And I wonder how long until Kaliah makes her way to rejoin the rest of her herd. Because right now she's still in the field on the side of the barn eating by herself. Oh, and look, there's Zora. She's up there by the second water hole. I didn't even see her there. So she's not, the whole herd is not way down the other end of the field. So to give you a perspective on the property and where Kaliah is, she's there at the far left. And at the far right is most of the rest of the herd, but who's the horse at the very far right? I think that's Montaro, but let's zoom in. Yes, it is Montaro. Gotta love these cameras. So 1 hour later, Kaliah finally rejoins her herd. She's right there in the middle next to Cobra, came right to him. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little slice of life for the singing horse herd, and I hope you learned something about herd dynamics and body language and energetics, and I do hope you found it as interesting as I do. And remember, if you'd like to experience a personal session with the singing horse herd or a group wisdom retreat, come on over to listentoyourhorse.com, check it out. There's lots of details there. You can see if that would be something you would enjoy or benefit from. And I will see you next video.